attune this, Mom. We are being called all to honor our each individual sacred lineage and knowing whether it is from the galactic star systems, from the nature realms, from the animal realms, regardless, and the shaman I have standing up here, regardless of what your lineage is, you are called to turn your eyes away from judging other lineages and follow the rituals and the rites of yours for this expansion piece. For we are all working together. Rise up, rise up. Every house is called to stand in their divine innate knowing. This is part of the Anakeshwa. This is why Ava says we are showing the rings as guides. We do not tell you to focus on the different lineage. We simply highlight the different lineages, acknowledging that they are all powerful, that they all have keys of wisdom within them, because we are each individuated souls. Imagine this. I'm hearing John Lennon singing the Imagine song, and I want to weep at the amount of light pouring through. Think of the idea of my belief system, Erin, right here in this moment, and your belief system. We may have had two completely different lives and paths. We may have attuned and gleaned different knowledge, raised in different avatars, different cultures. This does not matter. Just because you have a belief does not mean that my belief is not true, and vice versa. Just because I have a belief, it does not mean that your belief is not also true. We are called to rise up in our truest knowings. I'm seeing the circle of a light, councils of light, each house holding hands on all sides, creating a circle of light, a healing circle of unity, not conformity. This is of unity, igniting all keys, all omens and all symbols to electively. Elective, I'm hearing elective. There's a reason I am hearing this word. It is a choice. Chosen ones, you chose to do this. Rise up. Your choice to say that you chose. You are chosen because you chose, because you are in a elevated plane of existence. Shine your light and anchor it, calling it in, anchoring it down. Create your circles, create your centers. There cannot be too many. This is supplanted all around the world. There are many in the collective consciousness. In a previous channel, I identified all of those who are chosen and chose. All have a connected consciousness. This is true. This has always been true. And each of those who are in those significant subsets of souls that struggled to maintain their light and vibration, they were uplifted by the others in the network. All those chosen have a connected network. They cannot be brought down, and any attempts to simply beams an enormous highlighted light, we all help each other. When I'm being reminded of that, all tides raise all boats. And I'm being told about the yellow submarine. The tides, follow the tides. Blues clues, follow the tides. There is more to this story. Someone was blocked, is what I am hearing. Someone was blocked. Pay attention. All tides rise, raise all boats. And I'm hearing shipwrecks as well. Take that as it resonates. I am also hearing tsunami. These are all bits and pieces just filtering and coming in. I'm being shown the flag of France once again. There is a port and a channel on the Black Sea. The Black Sea is very important. There are radiant beings who will attend this. I'm being shown a mapping system. This is a very old map. There is a channel I am being shown specifically. It is the Black Sea. It is written in white. There are two maps. One is aligned and one is not. The Black Sea is important. There has been trade of astronomical. This came in 2021. And I remember this, my friends, getting this information and not being sure what to do with it about the Black Sea. I'm also seeing the Caspian Sea. This is connected to the Euphrates in the Ocean and the Red Sea. Release my angels. That was also a channel with a reference to Euphrates in the Ringmakers of Saturn. See the patterns. Identify that you and the Keisha. Oh, Eva says the rings go back. The rings of karma, the wheel of karma. You have control to stop the ring and see it clearly. In this great awakening, we are moving through such an astronomical shift of energy that we are jumping time. There will be pockets of time that are missing. There will be pockets of time where you will awaken and feel like 2 months has passed, but everyone around you says, it's the next day. I've had that happen to me a couple of times, my friends. So it is highly important to be very aware and to ground yourself. Ava says the rings of Saturn is of utmost importance for somebody on here. See it clearly. Do not continue to walk the rings. Every little thing you do, pay attention to the little things. Ignore the big thing. I'm hearing to somebody here. These are things that I too have to go back to my channels and be like, ooh, that's good. I need to pay attention to that. Or yes, I need to cultivate that in my life too. So that is the beauty of being a channel, is not only do I get to receive the guidance to share it, but sometimes it's information coming through where I have not put a perception or a judgment or a label on it that distorts it, so that I can learn too, because we're all growing and expanding and learning. And by golly, I've gone through many expansions, but why not have more? Why not have more, friends? It's kind of exciting when you think about it in that context. So the other thing that I want to say, go back, go back, go back. Ava says the rings, the rings, the rings. So let me just listen for a second, because she is speaking so loud and so clear. She's like wanting to hit this home, hit it out of the park. The wheel of karma, the rings of Saturn, in order to jump to Jupiter, which is the higher expansive area. Somebody on here has been abandoned. One of your rings is abandonment. You have been abandoned in many times. What hurts the most, I'm hearing, is being so close. You are so close. Recognize that you actually have power right now. Everything you do, you have a choice. It's the little things. If you look at all the little things, and I've had to do this and identify this for myself and be like, why didn't I do that? Sure, I've got all these projections. Sure, I have all these other things happening, but I still have a choice. I still have a choice. This has been one of my lessons, regardless of how much has been thrown at me, attempting to thwart, attempting to bind, to, if I told you, where that's in the series that I was told to create for you guys, upcoming on the channel, of dark energy and understanding those so that you can remove them, to bring back your inner power, to ground your energy, to not allow anything to take away your fire. And sometimes I know I have needed help from other people, from people who have a very powerful energy, because I could not do it on my own. It was too much for me. So be aware that we are all in this together, and it's important to ask for help when you need it. And it is important that the help that you receive is not anything that dismisses you, denies you, or takes away from you, rather than helping. Those people do exist. For somebody on here, I'm being told there has just been so many times that when you have asked for help, they have done the opposite and dragged you down further. I'm being told to tell you that there are many of us in the collective consciousness on the earth plane that will not do that to you. I have a little help from my friends. So just so that you are aware of that, it is very important that you understand this. At the Kesho, and that message for whoever that is, I'm hearing, shut through the heart. That is important that you understand this. I know that everything, all the other things you've experienced are true and exist, but the rest of this over here, where people don't do that, that is also true. Truth be told. So don't give up, I'm hearing. That's so interesting. It's coming through like that. The ring makers, Ava says, that is an important ring for somebody to identify and see it clearly. We are all being asked to take little steps, do one little thing. Do not let another energy overcome you. Call in your willpower, call in your courage. There's that fly again, friends. See, fly on the wall. Irritating. There's so many things that have come through this. That's also on an upcoming video, which is so funny and interesting, which will be shared. So if we can acknowledge at every moment that we have a choice, yes, this is happening. Yes, this is going on. Yes, this is over here. Yes, it's a lot, but we can choose to do one small thing, one small step. Focus on that, because that's actually where your power is. It's not in the big thing. It's in the little things, because it's the little things that create the big thing. The big thing, if you think about it, is this giant thing that's made up of itty bitty, teeny tiny little steps and little things and little thoughts and little energies and little shiftings of focus. That's it. Macro. The macro does not exist without the micro, and the micro doesn't exist without the macro. They shift and move and evolve each other. The Planetary Commission acknowledges green light for those of you on Saturn viewing it with your omens and symbols. It is time to stop the rings. Saturn can continue for the next evolution of souls. However, those of you watching this channel are asked to attune and see clearly. Attune and accept in order to remove that ring of karma and get off of it. Move through every energy center, including the Earth Star Chakra. The Earth Star Chakra is important because it embeds and allows you to unfurl counterclockwise into the earth plane, divining it into form, activating your full energy centers and Merkaba from the Soul Star, 5th IM pillar, through all energy centers, all the way down to the Earth Star, grounding into Gaia's electromagnetic field. This is what we are called to do at this time, to anchor into our light. Merkabas activated. I can sense somebody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm being told to thank someone with a deep gratitude so that you understand how powerful your enveloping of light is. There is somebody on here who envelopes others in light. I need to tell you, as somebody who is ultra sensitive, that every time you envelope and shield with light, not only do I feel the light transmutation, sparkling light, I can see it, I can hear it on all dimensions, and it reflects through fractals of light. Continue to envelope light around yourself, around others. Although you may not know that it is powerful, although you may not see it or may not know exactly what effect that it is having on someone else, I am here to tell you, your willpower alone, your sheer vision of this is true. I sense it. And if I have sense what is happening with somebody that somebody is intentionally doing for the purposes of the highest good and light, if I can sense that on the other side of the world, I need you to recognize how powerful you are. Do not stop. The prayers that you say for other people, they are heard and ripple through consciousness. And just as dark spheres of consciousness can come in, this is a long channel and it's very important. So thoughts are energy and they are contagious. When you say a prayer, it is heard. I literally have heard people say a little prayer for you, praying for me, praying to their loved ones, praying for others, praying for themselves. All of these things are heard across the collective consciousness. They ripple out. Thoughts are contagious. Although there are things that are dark that exist, my goodness, if you felt the absolute sheer light, that is so powerful. When a prayer ripples through the divine consciousness, it goes up, it goes down, it goes all around through the ethers. It literally floods the energy fields of other people that need it. Make no mistake, your prayers are powerful. Your thoughts and intentions are powerful. 3 by 3. Repeat 3 times. Summer solstice is about gratitude and chanting. Call in this energy, harness it, amplify it. It is so important at this time. The sheer gratitude, the horn of plenty, the abundance, the inner power, all of it. Know that you are this powerful. This powerful, my friends, you simply need to think it and it is done. Stop putting your one foot on the gas pedal and one foot on the brake. Stop thinking and intending and attuning and wishing and then doubting. Stop. What you do in the moment that you intend it, that you focus, that you pray, that you think it, that you vision it, visionary, that you vision it. The moment you do this, it is done. It ripples out. I feel it. Do not stop it. Stop stopping it. And those that place the board, I am tripping on my words. And those that place the boulders, hell no. Done. Your attunement to this power is your superpower. There is a reason why they condition you to doubt who you are, to doubt what you are, because you are this powerful. And you will probably not feel you are this powerful. That has been a big lesson in this journey of mine. It is understanding how powerful I am and removing the doubt. So why it's part of the classes that I teach. It is hard when you consistently have the doubt coming at you all the time. You must be your own. Remove that self-doubt. Because if you have self-doubt, you will have the doubts of others streaming through with megaphones. That is not who you are. I am that I am. I'm being reminded again of a quote. Let it be known that no will or desire is more powerful than I embodied. I am embodied. My intentions embodied. I am here to tell you that every time you say a prayer of light, every time you envelope in light, every time you send the transmuting violet flame, every time you cast out dark things, I see it, I feel it, I hear it, and I watch it. Let me be your mirror for how powerful you are. Let me be your validator for the power of what you do and what you think and what you believe to be true. That's how powerful you are. I can see it, feel it, hear it, know it. I see it from up here, but I see it in the physical aspected form. Ava says that's the most important piece because we are on the 3D physical aspected form on the earth plane for a reason. It is one thing to understand things are happening spiritually. So I sense it there, but I also sense it here in the physical aspect, affecting the physical form. When we aspect the physical form, this is important. Sirius A and Sirius B. Venusian descent, Lyran consciousness. And this means that the vibrational frequencies, this is why the Schumann resonance, again in a previous channel from the beginning of June that I channeled, said the Schumann resonance would rise because the frequency of Gaia had changed. Yes, indeed, this does mean we are going to have massive flooding. We are going to have massive earthquakes. The entire earth plane is changing. This is because the frequency of the atmospheric changes have changed. It cannot stay the same. What is also true is those who inhabit the earth plane's consciousness also must change and attune to the higher frequencies. They are all moving at once together, whether we choose to or not go with it. It is happening. It is done. There are many things going on. Be aware of false flags I am hearing because there will be many. Clear your energy, attune to your highest guidance is what I am also being told. In addition to this, it is very important to understand as a validator and being told, like placing a mirror in front of you in the physical form, that we've moved from doing it spiritually and wondering why we don't see it in physical form to a massive jump right now. This is why I'm being told the rings of Saturn is important, says Ava. This is why I've got all the Galactic Federation of Light. This is why I have all these beings here at the forefront of light beings to help all of us master this, to overcome whatever it is. And each of us is going to be something slightly different. Overcome that thing, do the next little step, focus on the little things, and know that that is where your power lies in the and know that every single thing you do, it is happening in a rapid manifestation form. So when you decide to envelope someone in light, it is done. I feel it. I sense it. That means it's done. Done. Physically, I feel it. Spiritually, I feel it. Mind, body, and spirit on all dimensions. This also means when you attune that to manifesting something that you wish to call in, focus your vision on it. Do not put a break in it. Do not put a boulder in it. Do not even bother doubting it. Why? Don't bother doubting it. Just move. Vision and done. Vision and done. Refocus to the vision. Repetition is important. This is why we are undoing repetition of social conditioning and targeting and blocking and low self-worth and shame and abandonment. That's a conditioning we experience. We are reconditioning to the light, to the highest frequency, to the vibration of you got a higher power. That's what we're attuning to. So my friends, this transmission and channel is complete. Thank you, everybody. That's completed. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I am so grateful that all of you are here with me. Let's celebrate. Massive awareness is happening. Makes me very, very excited. I hope that this channel resonated. Pop it in the comments. Like, are you guys experiencing these things, these jumping of time where it's like time is missing? This is different from timelines. However, they are interconnected. Timelines and frequencies are interconnected. If these are timelines, linear, and we are jumping timelines, that this is the man construct of time, the line, and jumping timelines is jumping frequencies. And every time we jump a frequency, side note, somebody on here asked about Mandela effects. This is also in response to that. The Mandela effect is each linear timeline has a different frequency. That's why we jump a timeline. We move to a different frequency. Sometimes we lose time. Sometimes we look back and say, what the heck just happened there? But we can jump timelines all over the place. This is also true. Last piece of this, every time I do a channel, this is true, friends, there's always like this last piece of information that has to come through, or something just to pinpoint. It's almost like a sacred reference. So I hope all of you watch till the end of these. This is probably why some of my videos get cut off, actually. Some of it I think is, divine intervention. Some of it is not. It doesn't really matter. It will all be used, and the information that needs to come out will always come out. So the second and last piece of that, Mandela and jumping timelines, I'm being explained. As you move up timelines, your frequency means you think differently, you feel differently, and you act differently. This is why Ava says the rings of Saturn are important. If you are on the rings of Saturn, you will maintain that same timeline you have been on. With every ring that you see clearly, accept, transmute, and choose differently, you rise to a new frequency, which means you bring yourself to a new timeline. Rise up, rise up. That actually is what that is. So every time you raise your frequency vibration, this means you will have different thoughts. You will go about your day differently. You may find that you want to eat different food, or your likes and dislikes have changed. You do an about face and start doing a completely different career. Perhaps you get channels, perhaps you leave relationships or start new relationships that you did not expect. These are all up-leveling of frequencies, which allows you to jump the linear timelines of stories or narratives. This is also why we have dark spheres of consciousness that intentionally attempt to bring us back down into the lower timeline and lower frequencies. Because when we evolve through consciousness, guess what? The world is a better place since you came along. The world is a better place because more of the collective consciousness is on these more evolved frequencies, higher frequencies. So is it true that there are ETs who are intentionally wanting to take over? Yes, yes, yes. I'm seeing all these yes babies in here. Is it also true that there are a number of us light beings who come to shield, protect, enlighten, activate human beings on the earth plane? The yes for that is even bigger. This is important. People need to take action. Sometimes in my channels, the directive is to go this way. That's because it's for a specific person who is watching or hearing it, and it is relevant for their path because that's their role. Other times it is attuned to somebody and asking them or guiding them this way. That's because that is their role and their path. And each person going this way or this way, both of their paths are important. They must do their each individual paths in order to make this happen. I hear my daughter, I believe I can fly, in order to make it happen. That's the beauty of seeing all of the macro, but also the little individual micros, as somebody here is being high-fived. So happy summer solstice. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for receiving this information as it comes through. Please, again, let me know if this channel resonated for you. Let me know in the comments. And you know what? Claim that. I am powerful. I can manifest anything. I am abundant. All of your I ams. Get the momentum rolling. One little pebble at a time. Remember, the mountain is made up of millions and billions of little pebbles, one little steps, one little thing, one little choices to make that big thing. So claim that. I am the mountain. I am the light. I am powerful. No will or desire is more powerful than I. Then I am embodied. If you're a divine feminine and wish to join our Channel Your Light community, where of course we celebrate all these things with specific rituals, ceremonies, actions, channels, you can join in the video description box below. And of course, if you would like a personal reading, intuitive guidance, or spiritual clearing, you can also access that in the video description box below. For those of you who have not listened to or done the STARSEED quantum activation, that is a highly intense tuning, opening activation, clearing, channeling. It's a whole bunch of things in one. If you have not listened to that, I highly recommend that you do. If you want to really identify your 12D blueprint, your blueprint from the 12th dimension, this is also, I'm being told, it specifically was channeled, that activation, to align with the rings of Saturn. This and that are true. They are both the same, viewing it from different paradigms and dimensions. So if you have not done that already, or if you got distracted partway through, I would highly recommend you go back and listen to that to help you really hone in on removing all of those things, creating the wheel of fortune for yourself. Thank you so much, friends. Much love.